All right. Hopefully this is working. I see things moving on the screen. Don't. If I were you, I wouldn't look up there.
I'm watching you move.
But there's a little bit of a delay. So, let me see. It says we're. All right. Wow, there's people actually watching this. This is going to be a nightmare.
Well, at least you're honest with people.
No, I said right up front when I was telling people about this that it's a demo and then it's going to be a disaster. But we're going to do it anyway. The reason I'm doing this, hopefully the audio. Let me know in the chat. Anybody who's actually watching this, if the audio is weird. I'm actually using two microphones because when I have some different camera angles, and I have one microphone facing me, and she has one kind of facing her,
And we're
and
sitting
we're sitting pretty close to each other. So if the audio is weird, I can probably just turn on and off, and we'll just use the one or whatever. But this is a demo. It's I'm trying to put together a whiskey tube channel called Whiskey Crafts. That's what the logo is all about. And this is really not going to have anything to do with that. But this was just going to be a fun little experiment. I hope we're on the same page now about the experiment.
Maybe. We'll see in a second.
But if you don't know who I am, I'm Russ. This is Cheryl over here.
Hello.
Can I get? Yeah, see?
Yeah. As I said, you're right next to me.
So what we're going to attempt to do, this is the page I think we're finally on, is I got there's a Scotch for Dummies Secret Santa thing. It's a thing. If you don't know about that thing, I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time going into that. But the upshot is I got 3 Scotch whiskies that I have never tried before. And that's kind of the whole purpose of the whole thing. But I just wanted to use a little bit of those samples that I got to try and test whether or not my palate is capable of detecting what someone describes about a whiskey, and also maybe in doing that, finding out if people's descriptions of whiskey, nosing and tasting and finish and all that kind of stuff is actually accurate in any way, or if it's 100% purely subjective and there's no way to identify any of these things based on the way someone describes them. Now, I was originally going to do 5 because I didn't want to go like crazy, but I needed to add a couple because 3 would have been just way too easy to figure out.
And then I got
and then she got home and said, we said, well, let's do 6. And I was like, okay, fine, we'll do 6. That way we don't have to worry about color. Color is not an option anymore.
No.
And then 5 minutes ago, I find out
It's
8. So, okay, he says there's a big echo, so let me turn off. Turn off. Say something so I can.
Hello.
Say
Testing. Hello.
All right. Let me turn off this one.
So is that better?
Yeah, why is it doing that? Okay. I want to mute this one. There, I'm going to mute this one.
Is that one muted?
Now it's muted.
Okay.
Right. So we're gonna. I've switched only to one microphone, so hopefully that is better. And there's only one microphone working.
We'll
there
see in a second.
Yeah, they were close enough together. There shouldn't have been a huge delay. But anyway, all right. So we're talking about 8 whiskeys now, and I'm not going to move cameras about, but I have Glencairn's here that she's poured for me, and the way this is going to work is she has a sheet, and there's a little answer key underneath each one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make this as hard, I guess, as possible. Not that you haven't already made it hard.
Okay.
So she's gonna. I'm gonna ask for the name of the whiskey because there's 8 of them, and I couldn't pick them out completely blindly based on all the whiskeys that you see behind me. There's no way that was going to happen. So I need to know what the 8 whiskeys are, and I want to say 3. You're going to pick 3 tasting notes about each one, and I'm going to write them down here.
Do you want like the nose, the taste?
I want what you're going to determine what information I get.
So it could be anything.
It could be anything. You could just tell me they all taste like oak, and I'm going to have to try to figure it out.
Okay.
But I need all 8, and I need up to 3 notes
per
one.
Okay.
That you think will help me get to figuring out what these are, and then I'm going to put the number down that's underneath each glass, and we'll see if I'm anywhere close.
Okay.
All right. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
All right. So pick one, and I don't want to. I know you have like 2 sheets of paper over there, so I don't know.
I have 3 actually.
Yeah. So I want to see which one you're reading from.
Well, no, you can't see through this piece of paper, can you? Look over. Can you see through
no,
that?
I can't see through it.
Okay.
But I'll look away anyway. So
right.
just give me the name of one of the scotches.
Just any one of them.
Anyone. Yep. Just pick anyone.
Okay. Peat Fairy.
Peat Fairy. Okay.
Batch 3, 10-year.
All right. I'm thinking a peated scotch, as long as there aren't too many of them, shouldn't be too hard to pick
there are
out.
several peated here. So.
Okay. Well. All right. Fine. So all right. So give me 3. Whatever you think, relevant, irrelevant notes about Peat Fairy that might help me pick out.
Obviously, we're going to leave the peat part out of it.
Well, no, you could say peat.
Well, let's see here. Some notes here. Black pepper.
Okay, black pepper. Okay.
Fennel.
All right.
And Marmite toast.
Now, you'd think those would be easy to pick out because those are pretty bold flavors, but we'll find out. All right, give me number 2. Or not number 2, but give me another one.
Give you another one. Okay. Let's see here. Old Pulteney 12.
Old Pulteney 12. Okay.
It's Highland Scotch.
Yep.
Let's see here.
All right, give me 3 things about Old Pulteney 12 that will lead me to the answer.
Honeycomb.
Okay.
Chocolate peanuts.
Chocolate peanuts. All right.
And lemon.
Lemon. All right. Next.
Deanston 19-year, the octave.
I'm gonna take quick notes. So Deanston 19. All right.
Okay. Prune.
Prune. Okay.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
And orange peel.
All right. So chocolate orange. Good deal. That one should be easy to spot.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. All right, next.
Kilcoman.
Kilcoman.
100%. 5th edition.
All right.
Peat.
You're going to give me Pete on that one. All right.
Glazed limes.
Okay, who the hell says glazed limes? All right, fine.
And mahogany dining room table.
I have to say, I've never licked a mahogany dining room table, so not entirely sure that's going to be helpful, but we'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
All right, so next.
Let's see here. Let me go back to the beginning of my list here. Let's see here. Glengarioch 12.
Glengarioch 12, all right.
48% Highland.
Okay.
Let's see here. Poached pears.
Poached pears, all right.
Creme brulee.
Uh-huh.
And banana.
Yeah, all right. All right, next. We got 3 more to go. 3 more to go, and then we'll actually get into trying some of these.
Right. Let's see here. Speyburn.
And I do have water. I've got water here, and I've got
crackers.
Yeah. Because we need to be able to clean the palate a little bit at some point. So, all right.
Speyburn 10.
Speyburn 10, okay.
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Peppermint.
Ooh, I'd like to think I can find that one, but yeah.
And licorice.
Okay. All right, 2 more to go. 2 more to go. Hopefully the audio's good and we're not
killing everybody.
Yeah, with rattling papers and all kinds of crap. So.
Okay, Port Dundas 12.
God, you pick stuff I haven't tasted in forever, so.
That's the reason why I did.
Oh, that's why you chose those? Great.
Yeah.
You didn't want me to give me any hints whatsoever.
No. Let's see here. Desiccated coconut. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, okay.
And green apple.
Green apple. All right, and last.
The Glenmorangie Astar.
Glenmorangie Astar.
Ready?
Yep.
Honeycomb.
Again, honeycomb. Okay.
Yes. Salted fudge.
Salted fudge.
And nutmeg.
Nutmeg. All right. All right. So you gave me those in random order. So I'm told.
Yeah, they were definitely random.
All right. So I'm just going to start. I may not be able to just like pick it out immediately, and if I do, I'll just set it down and maybe put like I think it might be this, and then move on.
Okay.
Because like I said, I don't want this to take friggin' forever.
Right.
So all right. So this is the one that's labeled number 1. Well, this is definitely on the sweeter side. Pretty sure it's not an Isla. Let's see. Do any of these look familiar here? This could be the Glengarioch. No, that's got some pepper in it. Oh, what is that? Okay, that's pretty distinct. Oh crap. I'm gonna do really bad at this. I can tell you right now, this is how I'm gonna do. I might be able to pick out the Islas, but honestly, I'm gonna screw up the rest of them. That's pretty bold, though. All right, where's number 2? Oh, here's number 2. I think 3 would have been hard. Oh, that's kind of flat. It's got that same. Highland funk though, but there's not a lot of Highlands here.
No, there's several Highlands here. I didn't tell you.
Right, you didn't give me region. That's fine.
Do you want me to give you the regions?
No.
Okay.
It's hardly going to matter at this point.
Okay, because I have regions and ABV and everything on everything.
I gotta find one I can just nail right up front so I can eliminate some of these. Those are similar. This one's much bolder than the second one, though. All right, let me try number 3.
Okay.
Okay. I haven't got mahogany dining room table yet, so.
Well, you said you hadn't gone around licking
tables. No, I don't lick a lot of tables. So. Wow.
Obviously, as a young boy, you should have been licking more tables, I guess.
So I could appreciate Scotch in my later years?
Yeah, so you could appreciate Scotch in your later years. Along with sniffing Band-Aids, too. So.
That one has a little iodine thing. This one might be the Kilcolman. Or it could be the Peat Fairy. It's not real strong, though. So, all right, where's number 4?
No, it's over
here. It's over here. This is number 4. Okay. Ooh. That one's it's super woody. Well, it's got a funk to it. That's got a lot of wood tannin in it. I'm wondering if this is an old one. I'm wondering if this might be the Deanston. Okay, I'm gonna try and eliminate that one right away. I'm gonna say number 4 is the Deanston. Now, I'll keep going because I don't want to.
Do you want me to tell you if you?
No, I don't want you to tell
Okay.
me if I'm right till I actually make all my
Okay.
guesses. We'll
All
see
right.
how completely wrong I am by the time this is over.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. My taste palette and your taste palette's completely different.
Right, but if you taste one now and give me a tasting note, you're going to have to tell me which one it is, and that's going to give it away. So.
Right. No.
Yeah. But you didn't. These aren't your tasting notes, right? These
No.
are...
No, because I didn't have time to taste anything.
Right. So.
So.
Well, you're going to taste them afterwards. Maybe we can see if you can guess any of these afterwards. How about that?
No, I already know.
Well, do you actually know what they are?
Yeah, I've read over my list enough that I.
Even though you gave them to me in random order, you still think you could get them, even with that hint.
But I know that number 1 is X. So.
Well, okay, fair enough. All right, this one's number 5. Wow, I have definitely not had this one before. And based purely on that, just the fact that it's so different, I'm going to go, I think that one's the Astar. I'll tell you, if I get even one of these right, I'll be happy.
We'll see in a minute.
I guess we will. All right, so number 6. That one was just... I might have been able to pick it as a Glenmorangie, and it would probably be completely not Glenmorangie, but...
Right.
Oh, this one's got peat in it. This is definitely peated, so this one I can narrow down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to say this is the Peat Fairy. That's number 6. All right, maybe getting somewhere. We'll see. I'm not. Is she laughing at me?
Yeah, you'll soon see.
Okay, I gotta. That one had peat in it, so I gotta. Palate cleanse.
Why don't you drink some water too?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So we're on to number 7.
Yes.
All right. I've got 3. I think I know. We'll see. Whoa. What on earth? Let's get a little peat in it too.
Mm-hmm.
A little something. Now I'm wondering if number 6 was the Kilcoman. I guess it's Kilcoman, not Kilcoman. You know,
right.
But this one is weird. This, it's got a Marmite, black pepper, fennel, glazed. So is this what mahogany dining room table is? I don't know. I don't think so. It tastes more like vinegar.
Okay. Does that mean that it's gone bad?
No. I don't think it's gone bad or anything.
You've had it for a while. So that is definitely one that it was ours.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna. I'll say that's the. I think that's the Kilcoman. So that's number 7. All right, and number 8. So I got 4. I've got 4 so far. We'll see. Ooh, interesting. This is a sweeter one for sure. Ooh. Wow. I'm looking at the notes on what's left. think this one might be the Spey burn. All right, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna stick with that for the moment.
Okay, so do you want me to tell you if you have any of those correct?
Nope, I'm gonna do them all, and then we're gonna see how terrible I am at this. All right, so I don't have 1, 2, and 3. Somehow I managed to get the last ones, but not the first one. So let's go back to let's go to 3. I like number 3. The nose on number 3 is fantastic, whatever it is. Coconut, cinnamon, and green apple you gave me for this one. Or poached pear, creme brulee, and banana. Or honeycomb, chocolate peanut, and lemon. I think I'm going to put this one down as Old Pulteney. So let's try number 2 again. Clear my palate. I think 8 is too many.
You think?
I think, yeah.
Oh. I want to really give you a test.
Yeah, I'm going to fail this test.
Yeah. You have some right.
Oh, I have some right. Thank you for that. Okay, this has what I would call cinnamon and green apple in it. So I'm going to go with Port Dundas 12 for that one. That's number 2. And that leads me to Glengarioch 12 for number 1. So, you can tell me if I have any of these right, and then I can try and fix any of them that I have wrong. If you want to tell me that I have any of these right. Do I have at least one O sound effects lady? Do I have at least one number right?
I don't have a honking horn, but yes, you do.
I have at least one number right. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful sound effects lady, whatever the thing is. Do I have at least 2 right?
You do.
Oh, that. I'm going to say 25% for this test. I'm happy with that. But do I have 3?
I don't know. I need to make sure. I know you have at least 2 correct.
I have at least 2 right. That's
yeah.
All right. So I have at least 2 correct. 2 out of 8. Given the limited amount of information that I have to say I'm happy with that.
Give me your pen.
Give me my pen.
And right. I will let you know which ones you have.
If I have more than 2 right, I'm going to be ecstatic, actually. And if based on what I have right, I can figure out any of the rest of them, I will consider this a reasonable test. And it kind of confirms that even though the taste profiles are sort of semi-subjective, you still can take that subjectivity, attach it to your own personality, and make some reasonable conclusions about some of these. I honestly think, of course they say that if it's 50%, you're essentially at the rate of chance.
All right.
But I don't think, some things you can sort of pick out, like the peat. One's a peated Scotch versus another peated Scotch because that's such a super bold flavor. But of course, comparing 2 or 3 different peated Scotches together, unless you're doing it all the time, it can be relatively difficult. So.
Right.
And like I said, you said you specifically picked stuff I haven't had forever.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for And we went from 5 to 8 Scotches. So
okay. Well, there you go.
Okay, so let's see.
You have 3 correct.
Oh, I have 3 correct. Okay, so these 3 are the correct ones?
Yes.
Okay. So what I got correct was number 6, which is this one right here, which is the Peat Fairy. Now, I'm seeing a trend already, actually. So Peat Fairy I got correct. Number 7, which is the Killoman, I got correct.
But that's yours. That is your bottle.
Right, the Killoman is mine, yes. Yeah. The Peat Fairy is not. But, they're both peated Scotches.
Right.
So was able to narrow those down a little bit. And the last one I got right was number 5, which is the Glenmorangie Astar.
Which was a gift.
That was a gift one. However, I think if I go back and listen, I think I said I could pick it out as a Glenmorangie.
Possibly.
Because there is a sort of specific Glenmorangie profile, and I have several Glenmorangies up here. I have the Nectar d'Or, the Keith de Rubin, the Signet, and I've recently had the 10, and now the Astar. So they definitely, Glenmorangie definitely has a flavor profile.
Right.
Okay, so all of these are wrong. Okay, so let's see. Old Pulteney is a Highland, right?
I believe so.
And so I'm gonna let me.
Old Pulteney is a Highland.
All right, let me get regions here just to help me out. So and Deanston
is a Highland.
Is a Highland. Okay, so this is not going to help me out. Glengarioch is a Highland, right? Or it's, no, it's a Speyside.
No, it's a Highland.
This is a Highland. Okay. Speyburn is a Highland, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, Speyburn is a Highland, so 4 Highlands, great. And Port Dundas 12 is also a Highland, isn't
Lowland.
it? Port Dundas is a Lowland?
According to the bottle on the...
Okay, so I should be able to pick out a Lowland over 4 Highlands. I thought it was like a Speyside or something.
No, according to...
Steve's in the chat, so...
Right.
And he knows everything about
according
everything.
to Masters of Malt, it's a Lowland, so... It doesn't say on the bottle, at least it doesn't there.
Well, hopefully if Steve wants to tell us if he believes it's a Lowland, because...
Right. No, as I said, Masters of Malt says it's a Lowland.
Did you say Bastards of Malt?
I said Masters of Malt.
Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry, it sounded like something else. All right.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say anything.
So 5, 6, and 7 I got. So here, if you want to taste those, you're welcome to. And let me go ahead and do number 1 again.
Okay.
Yes. Well, at least I have some hint as to what they're not. So.
All right. Here, I'll turn these labels over so you know.
This one to me definitely tastes like a Highland. But it's not Glengarioch 12. So, I don't want to pick these at random because I feel like I shouldn't do that. I'm kind of surprised I got the Deanston wrong.
I kind of like the peat fern.
Well, you like peated scotches anyway.
I love peated scotches.
Yeah, you love peated scotches.
I like campfires.
I was telling somebody in the Discord earlier today that I had picked up all those 5 bottles of scotch from the liquor store, and I said that when you found out about that you were going to kill me, and someone in the Discord said, "Well, if she does kill you, can I just come and have all your scotch?" And I said, "Yes, you can have all the scotch, except you won't get any of the Lefroy or the Jura, or you wouldn't get the Jura except you already drank it.
I cleaned the Jura up the other night, so yeah.
But you won't get any of the Lefroy. But you'd probably be willing to give
There's other peated scotches over there, isn't there?
Well, yeah. No, I mean, there's like Highland Park, which is an island, which has a little, and there's Ardbeg and Kalila and Bowmore. Yeah, so there's some peated stuff over there.
Yeah.
But, so, you don't get the peated stuff.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not, it's not that I'm not a whiskey or scotch drinker, because I am. It's just, I really like the campfires in a glass.
Yeah. So to address the question in the chat room, we're trying to figure out if Old Pulteney is a Lowland. Because that's what you said you found.
As I said, Masters of Malt. No, not Old Pulteney. That's not.
Not Old Pulteney?
It wasn't. No, Old Pulteney's a Highland.
Oh, Port Dundas. Sorry, Port Dundas.
Yeah, it's listed as a Lowland.
It's listed as a Lowland. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Port Dundas 12 is the one in question.
Yeah.
All right. So, let me put it this way. Number 1 is definitely a Highland. Number 2 tastes like a Highland too, so I can see why I got that one wrong. Okay, number 3 definitely does not taste like a Highland. But, see, that's super rich. Prune, dark chocolate, orange peel. See, I don't get that. Cinnamon, desiccated coconut. Okay, so I wonder if 3. I wonder if 3 is the Port Dundis. Okay, I'm gonna change my answer on that one to number 3.
Yeah, on all Port Dundis it is listed as lowland. I've looked at 14 different ones and they're all listed as lowland.
Okay,
so
that's fine. All right, so I'm saying number 3 is the Old Pulteney. I think these two are, so that would leave all the rest of them to be Highlands. So let's see. See, that has a lot of barrel tannin in it. Number 4. That's why I thought it was the Deanston. Apparently not. All right, I'm going to say number 4. Boy. All right, this is going to be my last pass, and then we're just going to find out how wrong I am. So, all right, so I'll get a taste of this one. Okay, that's number 8. All right, I'm going to say number 8 is the Deanston. I've got number 3 as the Lowland, so that's those two.
Right.
So now I have to try and pick between the 3 Highlands.
4, 2, and 1.
4, 2, and 1, right. So, all right. I know this is not interesting anymore, so I'm just going to start picking. Okay. So the Old Pulteney's number 12, or Old Pulteney 12 is number 1. Maybe. This is number 2. Okay. Number 2, I'm going to go with Glengarioch. And number 3, I'm going to go with Speyburn. All right.
The answers are on the bottom.
Answers are on the bottom. Okay. So I got 3 the first time around. I was able to pick out the 2 peated scotches, of course, Peat Fairy and the Killoman. And I got the Glenmorangie Astar. And so that tells me, as I've already said, that there is something distinct about Glenmorangie. And I can pick that out pretty much at will. So now we're going to go and see how wrong I am the rest of the for the rest of this. Okay, so number 1 for the second time around, I said is Old Pulteney 12. Number 1 is Speyburn.
They may not be able to read my scribbles.
So. And I'm not looking at the thing. So, yeah. Oh, you can actually see it right there. So number 1 was the Speyburn. So I got that wrong. Number 2.
Here, let me get these out of the way.
Number 2, I said, was the Glengarioch 12. It's the Old Pulteney. So obviously I can't tell the difference between a Highland and a Lowland. Great. Number 3, which I said was the Speyburn 10, which we already know is wrong, is the Deanston. Wow. And considering there's a complete difference in proof, age, and everything else, I feel really bad about that. Wait, I put number 3 down twice.
Oopsie.
Oh, crap.
Well, you're missing 4 and 8, so what do you have 4 down there anywhere?
No, I don't have 4 down there. So what I've done 1, 2, and 3. Well, let me just make. Let's see. I'll change one of these 2 to 3, and let's see. We haven't seen Port Dundas yet, so I'm just going to change that one to 4. Okay. So number 4, which I now say is Port Dundas, is Glengarioch. Which means the last one has to be wrong too, right? So yeah, number 8, which I said was the Deanston, which obviously it isn't, is the Port Dundas. All right. So
you got 3 right.
I did get 3 right, but even on the second pass, I did not get another one correct. So I suck at this, clearly.
Here are the tasting notes originally.
Well, here's the thing, though. So, I mean, obviously, there's nothing scientific about this, and
so did you taste anything that tasted like licking a table?
I definitely did not get mahogany dining room table. That is something I did not get. And that one, okay, but see, now we know what that is. And I actually got that one right. That was number 7. That was the Coloman, 100% Iowa.
Right, yeah.
But I think I got that purely from the peat, not from the. And I recognize the other peat one, the Peat Fairy, as one that I had not had before.
Right.
So I think because those are the only 2 really heavily peated scotches, it wasn't hard to figure those out.
Right.
The Glenmorangie Astar, I mean, it tasted like Glenmorangie. So there you go.
Right.
But as far as the others, it's sad to me that even though there were 4 Highlands among them,
right,
that a 19-year-old Deanston, which should be a flavor profile that I wouldn't be able to pick out because I've never had it before.
Right.
I couldn't. So the Deanston's number 8. Where's number 8?
No, the Deanston is actually number 3.
Oh, that was my number 8. That's right. Yeah. So the Deanston was number 3. Let me try
here,
number 3.
There's a little tiny.
This. Yeah.
I can pour you some more.
Well, don't pour me too much more. That's one of the samples from Andrew.
Right, so. And I think that was the one that got turned over. Yeah, it's this one.
Okay, yeah. Give me a little bit of this one. I am like super curious now. So.
Be careful because they're kind of drippy.
Yeah. Okay. There. I don't want to. These are like precious samples now, so I don't want to use too much of these because we still have to do the tasting, and you and I are going to do our own notes, right, which we have just proven are bullshit. Because
but as I pointed out earlier, when you and I have done this before, you're like, oh no, I taste, caramel sugar or whatever. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't taste that at all. And that's pretty well typical for not everything, but most everything we try. My tastes are completely different than yours. So.
And, it's whatever. But I got to try this Deanston again because this is a 19-year-old Deanston. Give me some more information on this. Okay.
That's all I found on it.
And this one's much higher proof too. I would have thought that the proof would stand out, which that to me is also interesting because it means
it to me it had a little more bite than the rest of them did. But there's a couple of them that have a higher proof. Some of them are 40, 50, 52.5.
I think 50. It says something to me though that the high proof on this. It says something to me that the high proof on this doesn't affect, like it doesn't hit you over the face like it's super high proof. Right. Like it drinks like a lower proof whiskey, and that might be because of the fact that it's 19 years old and has the extra age and it's allowed to mellow and something like that. So.
And these have been open long enough that they've had a little bit of time to breathe too. So.
Okay, so thank you for pointing out in the stream that the Zoom on me was muted. I'm not sure why that. Oh, I think I know why that was, because that particular thing is muted. But that's okay. So I'm just going to stick with the split screen now, and we won't worry about audio problems. But thanks, Steve, for that. Right now, I'm just drinking the Deanston 19 because I got to see how I missed it.
Yeah, the tasting notes are fruity rum.
Fruity rum with a touch of prune and dark chocolate. Heaps of rich malt. Yeah.
Burnt sugar, Christmas spice, orange peel.
Yeah, and the thing is, now that I have this in front of me, I can sort of taste those things. Not exactly the way they're written here, but
do you taste butterscotch, sultanas, prunes?
I don't know what the hell sultana is.
Kind of like a prune.
Do I eat prunes? When was the last time you saw me eat anything that resembled a prune?
You don't. So,
exactly.
So you don't even know what a prune tastes like?
Well,
kind
of. Not exactly. I mean, because it's kind of like me in dining room tables. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly unless I ate one.
See, I love prunes, so.
Are you saying you're old?
Apparently so.
Or apparently you have bowel issues or something? Is it?
No, let's just not even go there.
I will say that even though that I wasn't able to pick the Deanston out from the other Highland Scotches, which I'm sad about, it's a really good dram, for sure. And I'm looking forward to actually doing the tasting notes on this when we get around to tasting the samples. So, and it might just be palate burn too.
Yeah.
8 different scotches. I felt like the Highlands had that Highland taste to them, I guess.
Right.
There's a certain I get it really strong with the Dalmore. There's a bottle of Dalmore back here. And
well, there's 5 Highlands, 2 Islas, and a Lowland.
Right. The Dalmore, to me, there's a specific flavor that Highlands have. Glenmorangie, of course, has a little bit, but they also have a sort of other character that I can sort of identify as Glenmorangie. But the Dalmore has what I would consider the Highland character in spades. It's like when you taste the Dalmore and then you taste the other Highland Scotches, then you know what a Highland Scotch is.
Right.
But I'm glad you didn't throw the Dalmore in there too, because that would have been.
It was too dark. I was trying to stick with all the same color, and you notice that all of these were basically.
They're like all relatively the same color. Yes, you did very good at keeping the color palette the same. Because I thought for sure I'd be able to pick out the Deanston because it was so much darker than the rest.
Nope.
But yeah, that didn't happen.
No, once you pour it in a glass, it's pretty well the same color as all the rest.
They are all the rest, and those are short pours too. So they didn't, there wasn't enough in the glass to sort of really get a character profile
intentionally as well. So.
I know you were trying to stump my ass. I get it.
And I did.
Yes, you did. So do you want to not today, but we're going to do this for you sometime, right? So you can tell me if you can pick out all this stuff, and if you do better than me, then I'll just have to kill you. But it's okay.
Right. I have to pay for your booze.
You don't have to. You have to pay for my booze now?
I said Merry Christmas to you earlier.
Who said I wasn't buying it?
Well, that's fine.
I told you.
But you completely ruined your Christmas present now. So
how do I know that? You didn't know
I always buy you booze for Christmas.
So you're gonna buy that stuff for me?
I said earlier, Merry Christmas.
You're gonna buy me the Bladnoch.
You have 2 children that buy you, 2.5 that buy you Christmas presents.
All right. I think we've beat this enough.
Probably.
Well, listen, thanks everybody for tuning into this demo stream. Obviously, I have at least one sound issue to work through, and I'll take care of that at some point. But it was fun to show that I know nothing about Scotch, even when presented with actual data, and can't pull anything out of my ass, but that's okay. But I do want to thank, I don't know if he'll ever watch this, but if he does, thank you, Andrew, for the samples. And I look forward to reviewing those and talking with you guys over at Scotch for Dummies when that actually comes down. And thanks everybody for tuning in to this demo stream and not running screaming at like how bad and terrible and all that this all was. And with that, I guess we're going to sign off. Take care, everyone.
Take care.